shade where ghosts remain. In the judgment shade I stand alone, with hollow heart and flesh to stone. No mercy left and no prayer to save, just questions echo in the grave. The mirror cracks, the faces fade. I traded truth for masquerade. My soul is glass in God's cold hand. Will I rise or sink in sand? My final breath was not the end. The silence asks if I repent. In the judgment shade I stand alone, with hollow heart and flesh to stone. No mercy left, no prayer to save, just questions echo in the Do you hear me, ancient voice? Was damnation always choice? The gate is shut, the time is gone. I face myself and I am through my veins. Whispers haunt the dead of night. Memories I still must fight. But steel is forged through flame and strife, and I will take back my life. The world may try The past await I can't outrun. My life repeats but never done. Trapped in the hourglass, drowning in years. Each second cuts deeper, fueled by my fears. I try to run, but the nation sold in shattered dreams. He wore the guilt like holy skin. Confessed then sinned again. Thorns of the halo bleeding eyes were blue, now stained with sin. Digging graves we're buried in. Old stained hands and hollow vows. No future left to save us now. We crowned ourselves as gods on freedom, its disguise. You bleed beneath the flag of lies. They own your work, they steal your breath, they feed you slow with silent death. System slave, rise or fall, your back's against the bloody wall. Break the chains, ignite the flame, refuse to play their wicked game. Sky bleeds where sun once burned. Steel and flesh, the lines have turned. No more kings, no flags to raise, only ash and toxic haze. We built this throne with fire and hate. Now No more warnings, no more lies. The smoke still rises from our cries. History's dead and hope has drowned. We